Welcome back to Yoshi's Island. We're back in World 3. We're purple right now. We're going back into the jungle, which seems to imply some sort of cave according to this background. I don't see it. It doesn't feel cavey enough to me. There will be a lot of digging, however. I guess if you mean you're within, like, the canopy or that place under it. You know, under the canopy, but still in the part of the jungle. It's like 3 layers of jungle. At the very bottom, things barely survive and it's super dark. I read about this once. It's like, how do rainforests work? Well, you see, it's a forest and it rains inside it. Oh. Did you know that the egg came before the chicken? Because what came before the egg before that chicken was known as the jungle fowl. Bam! Philosophy solved 100%. I have philosophized and hypothesized that your apostrophes are just commas, but smarter. Apostrophes are just smarter commas. Because of their highness. That's right, they're majestic weed. What are you even saying? Whatever I wish. Honestly. I mean, not whatever I wish, but... I mean, I say enough. It's like, how do you get away with saying all these things? Without actually, like, getting kicked out of the internet forever? I'll tell you why. It's actually very simple. It has nothing to do with what I literally say. It's more to do with the fact that, I'm just spending my own time here. I'm not trying to fuck with anyone within my own channel. And I wouldn't even do that to someone who would not be 100% sure could not take it. If basically, my fucking with you should be a sort of beyond a reasonable doubt. Now, if there is suddenly a doubt, I'll probably just stop, so. And that does happen to me, even if I don't think, even if it turns out something I did or said is not that much of a big problem. You know, taking the chance necessarily in that way isn't always worth it, or it doesn't even make sense, because just like, if it's as simple as being like, don't say one word at that time, it's like, oh, okay, fine. Because I got so many other, like, workarounds for saying what I actually mean, rather than how I could be perceived as. But it's never, like, it's never perfect. I don't know. I'm worrying over nothing, clearly. But I've got to! Over protection! I don't know, you'd swear every time you talked about YouTube, someone would be like, YouTube's gonna die, and it's just like, it's not. It's really not. I think YouTube is the one, like, internet phenomenon that I don't think can really be replaced. I think the only thing that could possibly happen is if it gets, like, owned, like, in sort of a public way, as, like, a utility. Like, as the internet should be, in that sense, you know. Of course, then you have to deal with, like, governance, as opposed to the company doing it, but when isn't, like, the government doing something about YouTube anyway? So, what's the real difference there? I don't know. I got watermelons, though. Too bad I can't ricochet with the seeds. Would make for a fun party trick at a bar. I don't really go pub trawling, though. Or pub crawling. Pub stomping. This plant can be hit 3 times. It becomes green, then yellow, and then red. I guess the green means it's, like, the green means it's not ripe yet. We wait till it's red for its ripeness. Again, no blue version. I don't know why. We've forgotten how Super Famicoms work. There's supposed to be 4 colors. You use them constantly. Where are they? This is discrimination against the Blue Man group. My fellow blue people. I'm so sorry that you have to live without anyone knowing you exist. But I promise you, blue people, you'll have better representation in the rainbow. It doesn't seem as funny right now as it did at the time I thought of it. But that's certainly due to other trends. Like, 10 years from now, it's going to be as funny as I imagined it. Since, like, you know, perspective is a moving target. for instance, go to any English class and see how differently they interpret the same book like 10 years later. It's like, hey, wait a minute. You never meant this. It's like, nah, I'm just pulling some meaning out of nothing. It's like, okay. Like, brainstorming about what meaning is actually a good exercise, but I don't know if that what makes for a good study of English when it becomes a debate class. Yeah, how do you prevent English from becoming, like, solely semantics? That's a good question. Semantics! Oh, no! That's the worst. They see me jamming, they jungling in the fungling. That's right, welcome to this jungle. It is entirely fun and games. The jungle is made of fun and games. In fact, if it weren't for the fun and games, there would be no jungle. Or roses, or guns. Sometimes both together. Or like, yeah. I'm feeling... That's why, if you're innocent enough, you think slash fanfiction is just about that one band member. It's just people writing about their favorite musician. Nothing else, I swear. Not to say they wouldn't do that in that context either, but... yeah. This monkey's got some rockets. There's lots of where are monkeys getting all these rockets? Who is subsidizing rockets towards monkey kind? I'm gonna have to go meet the monkey government. Oh, right. Some unknown country in Africa, maybe. And by unknown, I mean literally unknown, because it doesn't exist. Oh, it's unknown, it's there. It's like, we have our known knowns, we have our unknown knowns, and then we have our unknown unknowns. And everyone gets victimized by the unknown unknowns. Those black swans. Man. But where's the black Yoshi and white Yoshi? In other Yoshi games. The very secret Yoshis that you never see that often, because they're busy playing a game of Othello while you're waiting for them to show up. Oh boy, it's time for another cave! The real reason we fall up from Sonic the Hedgehog is because this game has a reference to Sonic the Hedgehog, I think. I mean, there's a hedgehog, his name's Harry, but he's also blue. So, yeah. Nintendo was well aware by this point about Sonic the Hedgehog because, well, this is like the first major Mario game after Sonic started existing in the public mind. So there's a Sonic reference in here. There you go. Now, is it really just supposed to be a parody? Or just like an offshoot? It'd be like, yo, we know you exist. Come to our game. Get eaten by a Yoshi. Honestly, I don't know, but it certainly seems that way, because you wouldn't just make a hedgehog blue, like a few years later after existing, and be like, oh yeah, that's suspicious, isn't it? Nowadays, if you see a blue hedgehog in other media without them even caring, it's like, yeah, okay, that's just a thing that happens. Hedgehogs just get blue sometimes. But at the time, it's like, oh no, the blue hedgehog thing was novel, so referencing it in any other way would have been obvious that you were probably doing that, and, you know, Nintendo and Sega were in the business of being like, we're cool. No, we're cool! That was what's happening. Then Congress got involved and it got weird. Thanks to Mortal Kombat. Actually, no, it's not Mortal Kombat's fault. It's like, kids are playing violence. Fictional violence. Oh, really? What about movies? So, now we have rating systems, but... you know... I've forgotten the last time I looked at a rating system for a PC game. I mean, when I get it digitally. If you're getting physical games, I'm going to see the ratings. Or if I'm getting it through, like, the console online shop, I'm going to see the ratings. But I keep forgetting that there's rating things aside from when I just disallow, like, X-rated, you know, sex game on Steam. Which wouldn't show up. And I would never show you. But, yeah, I don't really think about the rating system too hard anymore. It's just, let the violence happen. Although sometimes it could be like, oh yeah, nudity, because we're talking like a Castlevania-like game. But it's not really all that, like, it's like a sexual game. It's not an erotic game, you know. And so I sorted that setting out just fine. We're good. I forgot there was like two or three tiers of how extreme that stuff was, and I had forgotten a tier. So here you go. Basically, just allow myself to have M-rated games, as I should have, since I've been playing M-rated games since well before I was a teenager. I guess no one really cared. Maybe they did care in '99 for reasons, but that was more like fearing for my safety, not thinking I was going to be someone perpetrating that kind of thing. Kind of really screw with my childhood. Can't really lie there. Since the beginning of time. Don't forget to go in this pipe before going in the locked door. You're going to miss out on a bonus flower. You could probably just, if you for some reason don't get up there manually, you can throw your egg at it, actually. No probs. But I want the Moonies. You shall have the Moonies. And then he got the Moonies. I think that switch always tries to spawn there. Yeah. Okay, so I'm wondering if I could have gone back and hit it again and just kept going and getting the rest of the coins, but nah. There's no 100% every single yellow coin run, is there? I guess that'd be a lot like someone doing an all-rings Sonic run, which has been done, so never mind. Maybe someone should try that. Donkey Kong Country all bananas run. Yeah, exactly. All those optional collectibles. Everything must be picked up. Nothing is safe. Bananas not nailed down, pick them up. Who's nailing these bananas anyway? Clearly the Quake Ranger guy. He's sick and tired of you monkeys not playing Quake. Oh yeah, I don't really have a reason not to do the second mission pack for Quake yet. That's just gonna be whenever. I hadn't gone back to Quake since I had gotten a new computer, and I was worried about how I was gonna look at my screen. But I fixed how the graphics driver makes the resolution with my screen, because for some reason when I was doing 4x3 it was stretching to fill in the space that's supposed to be there. That normally would be what a 16:9 resolution uses. So it was like stretching all by 4x3, so it was annoying. I figured out the manual setting for it. I don't know why it wasn't actually available in my NVIDIA driver program thing, but I made a pretty close approximation how it's supposed to look. I might be off by like a few pixels, but you'll never actually see it. It's just when I'm viewing it, when it renders for your YouTube, you're not going to see me go through that at all. Hell, I'm not even going to see through it when I'm doing the commentary, so just think of it as a time that never was. Back to the roulette. Oh yeah, gotta get those tumblers. That's what I thought Tumbler used to be. I thought Tumbler had to do with, you know, actually tumbling. I'm gonna bet 20 lives, because I have more than 100, and I think it's high time I started making a chance. Time 0, you get nothing. Man. It's like, you look 15% better today. I always look like 0. I know. Alright, next time, monkeys are gonna hang out in a lake.